All right, folks, we have a great actor on with us now. You've seen him in a lot of different shows, and obviously most recently, one of his most popular roles is on TNT's reboot of Dallas. We're going to get a chance to talk to him, catch what the second half of Season 3 is like, as well as talk about some of the other experiences he's had in some of these great roles. So welcome with us, Antonio Jaramillo. How are you doing, sir?
I'm well, thank you. I'm a little nervous because I'm watching the World Cup right now, and it's Brazil and Mexico, and it's tied right now 0-0.
Oh.
I cost it.
So obviously you're homegrown Mexican, so you're pulling for them, man, right? I mean, this is all about pulling for them, cheering for them. Is there a lot of cheering and leaping from the couch in your house?
Yeah, there is. Actually, you can't sit still. You got to stand up. So you walk around the house from left to right. It's just, you're sweating as if you're playing. You pull the muscle,
Well, so if Antonio starts yelling, folks, it's not because he's happy about being on dispatch radio with us. He's just happy because somebody scored a goal. So we'll just keep that in mind as we're going on.
No, it's paused. I'm not watching it anymore. I'm here. I'm all yours.
All right, bro. Let's talk about Dallas Season 3. Obviously, we're kind of in our little break here before they come back, and it's been a great role for you and such a great cast. So, give everybody a little heads up about your character, and then what we see in the last part of Season 3.
Well, Luis is just causing trouble for the Ewings and trying to get his way with, importing his questionable product into the United States. And when he comes back in the second half of the season, he's still in the midst of doing that. And, there's lots to come. I'm not sure how much you can say, but he's still causing trouble for the family, for the Ewings. And they don't know what to do, because they don't want to get, they don't want to get involved with him and his people and all that.
It has definitely kind of been a great sort of kind of foil to the Ewing family. Obviously, there's a lot of the typical things that made Dallas famous, obviously the romance and the drama and all that. But it was really kind of cool to see sort of some intrigue added from a business standpoint, because that wasn't always something that was kind of high profile on the show. And I think it's really done a really good job moving the show along.
I think so. I think they've done a good job. I think the producers and the network have really, like you said, they have put some more different things in there that people didn't expect, but at the same time being true to what people expect from the show, which is all that, money and privileged people and don't mess with me, don't touch me and all that, and everybody fighting over money and women, and then putting something a little more interesting, I guess, bringing the Luis character into the show and him causing trouble for the family with some, drug dealing and all that.
Now, the one thing about the show everybody talks about is just this incredible symmetry and chemistry with the cast. And what was it like joining them? And, how do you feel like things are on the set?
Everybody's very cool. I mean, again, I give credit to the producers, I think, because the people they hire and the mood they set on set, because it's a very relaxed environment and everybody's welcome, to do their thing, and you don't feel any attitudes, any people, whatever, acting out. Everybody's really cool, there to work and there to serve the show and the fans of the show.
Were you a fan of the show at all before? I mean, did you know much about it, or was that like a little bit of a research thing once you kind of went down this audition process and ultimately getting the role?
I knew it was a show from previous years. I knew it was on for a long time, and it had a huge following, but I didn't watch it. I didn't know much. I had to do some research of who's who, and it was nerve-wracking because there's so many people. I was like, wait, he's married to who, and he goes out with who, and that's what?
Good luck keeping a scorecard, brother.
Yes.
It sounds like a fantastic thing, folks, and it does return in August. You'll be able to catch the last part of Season 3, Dallas on TNT, and Antonio's got other stuff going on here, and I really want to get to this Fox series because I don't know much about gang-related, but I know that, it's coming right up. So can you tell everybody a little bit about that?
Well, I think it's been on for the last, I think they've shown 3 episodes, I believe, but my episodes haven't aired. They will air, I think, next week, and then in July. It's another great show. They've done a really great job of casting some nice, different types of folks that blend in together to make a dynamic show. I mean, I'm only there as in a couple episodes, and my character is named Beto. I'm a childhood friend of Ryan Lopez, who's one of the main characters. And Beto is just willing to do anything for the family and for Ryan's character, even risk his own life if it means making them happy. And that's what my role is on the show.
Now, some folks might recognize you and remember you from just a great opportunity to work with Oliver Stone on Savages, and just such an all-star cast. I mean, everybody from Benicio del Toro to Salma Hayek. I mean, just an incredible cast. And tell everybody a little bit about working on a film like that. I mean, with someone like Oliver Stone.
Well, as you said, it was quite to get a green light from Oliver Stone, it's just it's an orgasm. I mean, it's just like Oliver Stone. We all respect him, admire his work, and he's been around. He knows what he's doing. And just to get a green light from him, because so many people wanted the role, and for him to choose you, I mean, that's already, it's just a nice feeling. And then getting on set and working with people I admire, like Benicio and John Travolta, is just like, this is cool. But, you're there to work. You don't really... at least me, I mean, I guess I'll speak for myself. There's no time for the nervousness or all that stuff, because I show up as the guy that I've been hired to play, and I see everyone as their roles they're playing in relation to my character. So the nerves come later when you're done with the film. You go, wait a second, did I just do a film with Oliver Stone? So it's afterwards that you go, wait, did I dream? Well, what happened? So... But while you're doing it, you're just doing the work and making sure that you give Oliver Stone what he expects from you. But it is thrilling. I mean, I think the cast was tremendous, and Oliver Stone, it was just awesome. And Benicio, I respect him so much. I admired his work. And Salma Hayek is exceptionally beautiful. So it was fun.
What about the production? Because obviously working in TV is so different than working on the film. What was one of the really big take-homes and life lessons that you got out of working on that film?
Again, I'll speak for myself. I don't treat it any different because I'm not concerned for the camera. I'm not concerned for the angles. I'm not concerned for the sound. That's none of my business. They got people they've hired for those roles. So my role as an actor is the same, whether it's a TV show, whether it's a film, because the shots, I'm not the cinematographer, I'm not the director, but the text is mine. I speak the text, I give it life, and I just do that. So there's, of course, technical differences, but as an actor, I don't feel the difference. I just do the same work for every medium.
Gotcha. And do you look forward to doing more film, or is it just you think you just really, just because you've done so much TV, is there like a more of a comfort zone there, or you really just don't care? You're like, hey man, I got to pay the bills.
No, I just got to feed my family, that's all. So if TV is what comes, I'll take it. I got to pay, I got to pay the bills. So but film is more liberating. I want to do more film, but most of the films, they get cast prior to, a long time before, because there's usually two or three people, the main people, and then there's a bartender and a girl with big tits and a midget. So the great roles are already gone before the process begins. That's why Oliver Stone's movie was so cool, for him to assemble a cast like that. John Travolta, Benicio, Salma Hayek, Damian, the young hunks, Aaron and Taylor, and the beautiful, the girl with blonde hair. I can't. Her name escapes me, but everybody knows.
Blake Lively, right? Yeah.
Blake Lively. So, if people do more films like that, there's more roles for you to try for. But, nowadays you go to the films, there's Nicolas Cage, a good-looking girl, and then a bunch of people dying. I mean, there's just not a lot of roles for films out there, but I want to do more films. But right now they're making great TV. TV is really making some awesome shows. I mean, they're just, House of Cards, The Good Wife, and I mean, there's just so many good shows that I'm cool with TV. So, I'll take it as it comes.
That's fantastic. And folks, the whole point here is we need to keep paying the bills for Antonio to feed his kids, man, because TBS, Meet the Browns, it's probably in syndication, so you need to make sure you're watching that, paying the dues, making sure the nickels come in, man. That's all you got to do. Do your part.
Yeah, please. No, just kidding.
Antonio, I know you're very passionate about this. Obviously, it is something that is, so close to your heart because it's part of your family, and that is you're passionate about autism and organizations that reach out to that, and I come from that kind of background as well, working with a lot of Special Olympics kids and things like that. John C. McGinley has a huge autism group that he works with well, and how is it that you think that we can best get involved? Do you have a certain organization in particular that you think is really kind of head and shoulders above the rest, or is it just kind of, just being engaged?
Well, number one is being engaged. I mean, I think being engaged and making a difference. If people can donate, I like Autism Speaks, but there's other great organizations, and if people can donate some money for research and for all that, it's a wonderful way to get involved, because nowadays autism has become such a huge thing. I mean now they say I think two out of every 10 kids that have some form of autism. I mean, I'm not, don't quote me on the numbers, but I think it's pretty high, and it's an unfortunate thing, but you deal with it, and it takes a lot of patience and strength, and you just got to give a lot of love and I don't know, just get involved, like you said, get engaged with the organizations that do the research and help our kids, because there's a lot of kids dealing with that, and it's an unfortunate thing. Of course, everybody's symptoms are different. Autism, the thing with autism is that they can't pinpoint it. It's just so huge. If somebody doesn't have speech issues, it's more physical, others is more social, others is a combination of the three, and it's just, it's a tough thing for the science and the scientists and doctors that they're doing their work, and hopefully one day we can tackle it better than we're doing it now.
Absolutely, and Autism Speaks is a group that we've spoken about before, folks. I know Ed Asner's part of, I think, that group, and there's a lot of different folks that are behind it, and it's definitely a great way to get involved. Like I said, I always talk about getting engaged. Get in there and make some donations, but also find out what's going on in your community. There's events that you can volunteer for. There's things that you can do to really help these organizations and keep things going. And more than anything else, I think one of the things is, no offense to Antonio, but he's able to pay his bill. There's a lot of folks that are really struggling. Their families get struck with something like this, and then it's like really hard times for them. They're not financially able to do what really needs to be done for these kids and make sure they get the help and the capacity that they need. And it's great to see folks like Antonio using his voice and his opportunity to speak out on that. And he can speak from personal experience. His son has autism, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. And Antonio, I really enjoyed talking with you about some of the different stuff that's going on. I don't want to keep you too much longer from the World Cup. I know you got to get back. So what else are you doing in your downtime, bro? You doing anything else? Having a good time with the family, or?
We just came for vacation. We went to Mexico City for a couple of weeks, and I'm just relaxing and spending time with the family, because when you get some work, you end up leaving the house for a couple months, and they don't see you. So it's good to spend time with them, and there's a couple things up in the air, some features that might materialize. Who the hell knows? Things change so fast in this town that, But for now, everything's good. I'm grateful. I appreciate the opportunities I've been given. I thank you for your time and your interest, and I just keep on hitting the ball when they throw the ball my way.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you spending time with us and keep in touch and let us know about the next gig. Maybe Marvel will call, bro, and lock you in for one of those 9-movie deals. You could be another one of these agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's signed like Max Hernandez. You'll be like locked up for like the next 10 years of your life or something like that. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens,
All right, bro. You take care of yourself. Thank you again, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right, folks, thank you so much. That is Antonio Jaramillo. He is talking about Dallas Season 3, and that does come out in August on TNT. We'll put links to that as well so you can catch that. We'll link to his social media pages. We didn't mention those by name. We'll have links there for his Facebook, his Twitter, and all that, because many of you I know are hooked up to that too. So, all right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in